With Dragonflight, we're also getting back into the old gods lore. In the latest Dragonflight Legacies chapter, it was actually revealed on how Nertharion, also known as Deathwing, got corrupted by the old gods. And I'm pretty sure we are going to hear more about the old gods in Dragonflight. And there's also the chance that an old god is actually returning, because there are some theories out there that some of the old gods maybe had children and they become new old gods. Some are even saying that N'Zoth is not really dead and that some maybe survived or made clones of themselves, or there's a way to actually give rebirth to one of the old gods, maybe through some ritual or something. Like, there are a lot of crazy theories, and I definitely see a lot of paths that Blizzard could go to bring an old god or maybe multiple ones back, or maybe from like some alternate universe or something. I mean, we saw this with freaking Warlords of Draenor, right? So I'm like super curious if there's any chance for an old god to return, and maybe it will happen. But yeah, today we're going to have a look at a WoW Machinima that is all about the old gods, because the old gods are everywhere. Let's have a look at it. Stormwind
Welcome
news.
to the Stormwind News.
Starts interesting.
A wave of terror grips the Alliance as many of Stormwind's citizens are concerned that the malevolent beings known as the Old Gods may have infiltrated our society and are attempting to corrupt it. One man even claims he was married to an old god.
What the heck?
I was happily married for 15 years. Then
With who?
I find out
Which
my
old
own
god?
wife was an old god. I still remember our wedding day. She was so beautiful.
What the heck? Kidding
Kids
me?
were devastated when she left.
That's disgusting.
With the growing threat of the Old Gods, the Stormwind Guard has decided to crack down on anyone suspected of being in cohorts with them. The captain of the guard had this to say.
The important thing is not to panic. Stormwind citizens can rest easy knowing that fine men like myself are on duty. In fact, we've already detained 4 suspects, and we're pretty certain at least one of them is in cohorts with the old gods.
Okay, show us
now,
the suspects,
if you'll
please.
excuse me.
Where are the suspects?
What do we have, Lieutenant?
Yeah, this one here. He's definitely connected with the old gods somehow. We got some Defias bandit or something. We got like a dwarf and a little gnome that you probably can't see because there's my face cam. But okay, yeah, one is at least connected to the old gods. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. I mean, just look at the tentacle, everything.
That gnome looks kinda shifty.
It's not the gnome.
This just in. King Varian Rin has called an emergency press conference to address the concerns of the populace. We now go live to Stormwind Keep.
Citizens of Stormwind, I understand your concern in these dark times. But let me assure you that these rumors of old gods in our fair city are completely fictitious. There is absolutely no evidence to prove otherwise. There are no old gods
OMG.
in or beneath Stormwind.
Wise
He's one.
words from our great king. Now, it's over to James with the weather. James?
James with the weather. But the thing is about old gods, they can actually like shapeshift and they can look like normal people and stuff. Like, yeah, so they can blend in. So that's why I'm saying, like, what if actually the old gods tricked us and one old god that we defeated faked his death or something? Like, it's definitely possible. Like I said, maybe there's at least one still left. One, like, faked the death or somehow, maybe. What if N'Zoth had some tentacle that he dropped and stuff, and from this, like, a new N'Zoth is growing, but it takes time and stuff? Or what if we were like tricked all together, not a single old god is actually really dead, and we were maybe under some spell or something? Like, there's some wild theories out there. And I also think this one theory that someone wrote on forum was actually very interesting, because someone said, hey, what if one of the old gods actually had a child, and the child becomes the new old god and takes the father's place or the mother's place? Like, I'm not even sure sometimes about the genders of the old gods. Do they even have a gender? Are they bigender? Are they one gender? Like, I don't know. They're like weird beings, right? They look like freaking mutated octopus or something, like something that you find in the sea, right?
The weather. James?
Trafakaliga,
Gugachul.
Gugach.
Junganda Kalanuasa. Kapileshane Balakakwa.
Quack.
Thank you, James. That brings us to the end of our news segment. From all of us here at Stormwind News, we bid you farewell.
Behind you.
And remember, glory
out.
and honor to the Alliance.
Oh no, you'll be eaten. Uh-oh. That's creepy. This is really good. But yeah, I love the stories and like the lore behind the old gods. I think there are some very interesting beings in the World of Warcraft universe. Like, I think my favorites are, like, I have 3 kind of favorite sort of enemies in WoW. And of course it's like the Scourge, like the undead. I really find them very fascinating. The old gods and the dragons too. They are like the most fascinating beings. Like, undeath is fascinating and all sorts of necromancers. Dragons are super cool and super fascinating, and this with the old gods and stuff. And how they have like their own language, right? Like this weather guy, like, what was his name? Was it Tom? Yeah, his name, his language and stuff. And you have this also like during questing and stuff. It's interesting. I hope we do get old gods back. I think they were so interesting. I would love to see them return somehow. But yeah, if you guys are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. And what are your most favorite WoW villains? Let me know in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. I wish everyone a wonderful day, and I'm pretty positive the old gods at some point will return. There are already some hints in game and stuff. I don't want to spoil it too much, but I don't think this is the last we have heard of the old gods, and there are multiple ways they can be brought back into the story and stuff. And with Dragonfight Legacies, especially like the latest chapter, and how there were like some origins of how Netharian got corrupted and stuff. What if there's actually even an old god that was not introduced? What if we think we defeated all, but there's actually one name, like one old god, that we never got to meet in game? Because like the old gods that were revealed, how do we know those are all old gods? What if there's like one old god that we just not have heard about in game or have not met in game before? This is also a possibility, right? But yeah, let's see what Blizzard comes up with. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come up with something interesting, and with the Dragonflight hype, they really need to take advantage of this, especially with like all the lore-hungry players returning that want to know what's next and stuff. So yeah, please Blizzard, if you're watching this, bring an old god back or introduce a new one. It would be cool, and it's more simple than the freaking Shadowlands story as well, because we already have some experience and some lore about the old gods. Let's just build upon this, okay? But yeah, I wish everyone a wonderful day. I will see you guys next time.